Hello everyone. Welcome to our Teach Back. We are Team 9 and our team name is Hustlers. Our topic for today's Teach Back is creativity in the workplace. So let's go through the roadmap. First, we'll give an introduction to what creativity is for different people. Next, we'll go through the components of creativity. After that, we'll be covering the model of creativity and its three stages. Next, we have a short video of scamper activity. After that, we'll be covering the benefits of creativity and then we'll conclude with it. What comes to your mind when you think of creativity? Any answers?
For me, creativity is imagination of ideas or for new work or something
Okay.
like
Yeah, you are
for
right. But it is a much wider term. It is a very broad term. I'll give you guys an example. If you ask five people to arrange 10 pieces of furniture in a room, you will be astonished to find the results that almost everyone arranges them in a different way. That shows that different people have different creativity levels. Everyone has their own creativity levels. Now we have a video for you to show what creativity is.
Everyone can be creative whether they realize it or not. I tend to think that creativity is binary. Either you have it or you don't. But in reality, we do all have it. It's just a matter of how you interpret it. Some people think, I'm not an artist, so I don't use creativity at work. But it's more than just artistic expression. Whether you're working in retail, or you're in an office job, or even if you're a professional athlete, you're probably using creativity to make decisions and solve problems on a daily basis. Creativity is both a skill and a process. It's something you can learn. And like any other skill, it's something you can get better at through practice and repeated use. Now, you might think, well, I don't have time to sit down and create something every day. This is where it's important to realize the difference between using creativity and actually creating something. In a lot of ways, creativity is all about how you see things. So yeah, you can use it to create poems or paintings, but you can also use it in practical ways, like coming up with an alternate solution for a work project or organizing things in your home. So the next time you think, I'm not creative, or I'm not as creative as some other people, take a step back and really take a look at what it is you do on a day-to-day basis. You might be surprised at how often you're using creativity.
Goodwill.
So I hope that clears off things and you guys know a little bit into the topic of creativity. Over to Manpreet for the components of creativity.
So thanks, Ikjyot, for the insight. Now let's talk about the components of creativity. We all can see that there are three components. The first one is expertise, creative thinking skills, and motivation. So every organization, the managers need to understand that there are three parts to creativity, or I would say network of possible wandering. So the very first element is expertise. Let's talk about. So this encompasses everything known to a person, irrespective to where it was gained, formal education, practical experience, or interaction with others. And the other is creative thinking skills, the ability to think flexibly and imaginatively, cognitive style, conductive to having new perspective or problems. And the last is motivation, which is driven by deep interest and involvement in the work, curiosity, enjoyment, or a person's sense of challenge. Motivation is in two parts. It can be intrinsic and extrinsic, with the former being far more essential for creativity. Expertise and creative thinking are in an individual's mindset, while motivation determines what people will actually do and is consequently more important to outcomes. Extrinsic motivation comes from outside, such as in response to a carrot and stick approach. The most common extrinsic motivation managers uses money, but this method is not guaranteed to enhance people's creativity. On the other hand, passion and interest fueled by a person's internal desires to do something are far more powerful motivators. The work itself, its interest, satisfaction, and challenge becomes the motivating factor that can be expressed as the enjoyment of seeing and searching. Also, managers can influence the level of expertise and creating thinking skills, but this strategy can be slow and costly. In order to influence outcomes, rewards, and other incentives can be effectively used to heighten an employer's intrinsic information. And to achieve this, there are six levels to pull. Uh, those are challenge, freedom, resources, design, supervisory encouragement, organizational support. So these were the six factors, or I would say levers, that you need for the organization. Now hand over to Balwinder.
Model of creativity present the relation between various skill on the component of individual of team. That creativity is the ability to create new solution. Creativity model. There are three stages of creativity model: causes of creative behavior, and creative outcome and innovation. In the first stage, we need to understand the its context and the environment, like behavior of the customers, observing the uh, needs and desire of the customer. In the second stage, um, we need to identify the problem or opportunity that require a solution. Then we need to gather the information that is helpful in tackle the problem which require the solution. And after that, we need to generate the idea. That means make collaborative solution where we develop possible solution to the problem from relevant information and the knowledge. After that, there is a idea evaluation. And finally, it is the time to choose from the idea we have generated that is best possible solution to the problem. And the lastly, there is creative outcome. This stage depend on the organizational component of resources in the task and the skill in the innovation management that require to ensure good idea get implemented and to remove the poor idea get killed.
Okay, so that was about it. So let's talk about the activities camper. Generating new ideas to develop a product or service is a key skill in business. It helps you to stay ahead of the competition and keep your audience satisfied. But it can often be difficult to come up with new ideas when you are focusing on an existing product. This is where a tool like Scamper can help. It is useful for generating ideas for new products and services by encouraging you to think about how you could improve existing ones. So, Scamper stands for substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, and reverse. It is a quick, easy, and direct form of creating brainstorming. So, how to use this tool? So, first, take an existing product or service that could be one that you want to improve, one that you're currently having problems with, or one that you think could be a good starting point for future development. Then ask questions about the products you have identified. Brainstorm as many questions and answers as you can. Finally, look at the answers that you came up with. Do any stand out as visible solution? Could you use any of them to create a new product or develop an existing one? If any of the ideas seems viable, then you can explore them further. Finally, Let's have a look at the questions Camper asks. The first is substitute, which asks, what material or resources can you substitute or swap to improve the product? Second is combine, in which what would happen if you combine this product with another to create something new? The third is adapt. How could you adapt or readjust this product to serve another purpose or use? Other is modify. How could you change the shape, look, or feel of the product? And the next is put, or I would say put to another use, in which you can say that can you use this product somewhere else, perhaps in another industry? The last second is eliminate. How could you streamline or simplify this product? And the last is reverse, which says what would happen if you reverse this process or sequence things directly or differently? So this was Camper. Now let's have a look at the video. Next slide, please. This video will show you a very interesting
What
example.
is Scamper? Have you
Thanks,
ever
Camper.
wondered how inventors come up with new ideas? It usually starts with a problem to solve. Someone needs a new toy or a tool to build something, for example. Inventive people are really creative. They can see something being used in one area and adapt that thing for a whole new use. You can train your brain to think more inventively by using an easy framework known as Scamper. Scamper is a unique tool to expand inventive thinking. The acronym stands for substitute, combine, adapt, magnify, minify, or modify, put to another use, eliminate, and rearrange or reverse. Let's put it to the test and apply Scamper to an ordinary object such as a spoon. Substitute. What can we replace a spoon with that will do the same thing? One example could be a shell or a whisk. Combine. Is there anything we can combine with a spoon to give it another use? This could be a spork. Adapt. How do we adapt a spoon for a different use? Think about measuring spoons or a honey spoon. Magnify, minify, or modify. How is changing the size of the spoon helpful? This could be a larger ladle or a small salt spoon. Put it to another use. How could you use the spoon differently other than its original purpose? You could create art or jewelry. Eliminate. What could you take away from a spoon? For example, this could be a straining spoon. Rearrange or reverse. How could you use a spoon from a different perspective? Such as upside down. You could make a game out of it. When you are solving a problem or inventing something new, brainstorming ideas, or thinking creatively, don't forget to use Scamper thinking. It makes your brain more creative.
So now we'll talk about the benefits of creativity in the workplace. There are various benefits when it comes to using creativity in the workplace. Next slide, please. So first is improve flexible thinking. Creativity exercises improve your mental flexibility. One may see the possibility of small shifts or changes to a project that they didn't notice before. Next is discovery of multidimensional ideas. If your team has been working in the same field for a long time, they might use the same ideas repeatedly. Creativity exercises help one discover entirely new solutions to repetitive problems. Next is embracing work challenges. With enough practice, work challenges become something to look forward to as an opportunity to show and improve your mental creativity rather than a test delaying your progress. Next is seeing new concepts. Some creativity exercises help develop your creative vision, allowing you to see objects, ideas, and problems in a new way. This is highly beneficial when looking for a novel solution to a business challenge. Last but not the least, it improves teamwork. Creativity exercises help individuals and groups improve teamwork skills like communication, problem solving, and unity. And that's all about the benefits. To add something to it, I would like to say that the thing with creativity is that you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. And that's everything from our presentation. If you guys have any questions, then we are welcome in those questions. I guess we don't have any questions. So thank you everyone for being present in our presentation, and thank you.
Thank you.
And these are the references that you can look at. Thank you.